Hola a todos! In this video, we are going to be practicing the use of the imperfect and the preterite in some example sentences. Remember, we already learned the preterite tense in Spanish. On the screen, you'll see the examples of regular endings for the preterite, as well as a few examples of irregulars. And I am, for the purposes of practicing, always putting the preterite tense in red. Red is for stop, like a stop sign. It's for a one-time completed event in your story. The imperfecto, which we are calling a green color because green is for go. So the imperfecto is for an ongoing action. And I put up here the examples of the AR and ERIR endings, as well as the three, since there's only three irregulars in the imperfecto. Remember, when do we use the preterite? We're saying that the preterite is red, like a stop sign. Red is for stop. It's for a one-time completed event. We can also use it for a series of consecutive events, as well as for an interruption in our story. And the imperfect, green, is for go. So we use the imperfect for ongoing actions in the story, background events, long-time events, things that are repeated or habitual. And we also have that acronym chatted to help us remember some other uses of the imperfect, including age and telling time. So here's our examples, and we're going to drag the correct verb into the blank. Cuando yo, 5 años, yo en bicicleta por primera vez. We want to say, when I was 5 years old, I rode a bike for the first time. This is a combination sentence here. We have one verb in the imperfect and one verb in the preterite. The first part of the sentence is saying age. When I was 5 years old. Age, we use imperfecto. Cuando tenía 5 años. The second part of the sentence is saying I rode a bike for the first time. How many times can you ride a bike for the first time? Only once. It's a stop sign in your life. It's an interruption in your year of being 5. It's a memorable event. It's a one-time completed event. So we're going to say, I rode a bike for the first time. We're going to put that one in red in the preterito. Cuando yo tenía 5 años, monté en bicicleta por primera vez. Cuando Diego, 8 años, él por avión por primera vez. When Diego was 8 years old, he traveled by plane for the first time. This example is similar. The first part, we're saying the age. We use green for the age, imperfecto. Second part of the sentence, we're saying, the first time he traveled by plane. That's a one-time event in his life, pretty memorable. We're going to use the red, the preterito. Cuando Diego tenía 8 años, él viajó por avión por primera vez. In this example, it says, cuando el avión al aeropuerto, las 8 de la noche. When the plane arrived at the airport, it was 8 o'clock at night. Let's do the second half first. It was 8 o'clock at night. Telling time. We're supposed to use the green imperfecto one for that one. It was 8 o'clock. Eran las 8 de la noche. The beginning part, when the plane arrived at the airport. How many times can the plane arrive? The one plane. Just the one time, right? So the plane arrived is going to be in the preterite. Cuando el avión llegó al aeropuerto, eran las 8 de la noche. Las 7 de la mañana, cuando yo para la escuela. It was 7 o'clock in the morning when I left for school. This one I switched it. The beginning part is the telling time. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. Eran las 7 de la mañana. When I left for school. If I'm talking about my day, leaving for school would be part of a series of consecutive events. Just a one-time event. I only left for school one time that day. I only left at 7. Then I did other things that day. So salí, preterite. Cuando la clase, la 1 de la tarde. When the class ended, it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I personally think doing the 1 o'clock part is easier. Telling time, we have to use imperfecto. Era la 1. When the class ended. Okay, if I'm talking about my day, how many times can class end at 1 o'clock? Just the one time. So I'm going to use the preterite for that one. Terminó. Cuando la clase terminó, era la 1 de la tarde. nevando mucho cuando tuve el accidente de coche. It was snowing a lot when I had the car accident. This one, I already put the verb in the preterite for you, tuve, because a car accident is a one-time completed event, hopefully one time in your life event, tuve. It was snowing a lot. First of all, background conditions, one use imperfecto. And is this truly like the background information in the story? Yeah, the real event is the accident, but the background information is that it was snowing. I'm going to say, estaba nevando mucho cuando tuve el accidente de coche. Durante todo el verano, mucha niebla. During the whole summer, there was a lot of fog. Well, it says here during the whole summer. So it's like a long period of time. If I think of my stop sign or my green squiggly line, this is more of a green squiggly line. Había mucha niebla. Yo al cine anoche para ver Star Wars. I went to the movies last night to see Star Wars. Well, I notice it says anoche, last night. And this sounds like it's a one-time event. I didn't used to go every night. I went last night, one time. So I'm going to say fui, preterite. Fui al cine anoche. El viernes pasado, nosotros a un concierto. Last Friday, we went to a concert. Well, it says last Friday, so I'm not giving background information, and it's not a repetitive habitual action. It's a one-time event. I went to a concert last Friday. That one's going to be fuimos, the preterite. De niño, me ir a un campamento de béisbol cada verano. As a child, I used to like to go to baseball camp every summer. It says de niño, as a child, and it also says cada verano, every summer. So this is going to be a green squiggly line, not a stop sign, because it was a repeated habitual event. I want imperfecto. De niño me gustaba ir a un campamento de béisbol cada verano. I hope this video helped you practice the use of the imperfect and the preterite in Spanish.